What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. I'm joined with the man himself, Bits and Bobs. Bobby is back in the building to cover the Manchester derby, Bobs. I mean, we held four like the fourth official. You know, at times towards the end of that game, I thought we were playing at the Neverland Ranch the way we got touched up. It's just it's a broken record with this team. It's a broken record. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Where do we start with this team? 4-1 to Manchester City. They I wouldn't say one hand on the trophy, but they take a step closer, to get another one back to back. And these are our rivals, Bobs. These are our rivals, and then we got Liverpool as well, just there. So it was a double-edged sword. We beat them. Liverpool might snatch the title and equal the 20. City, they win another trophy, something to brag about. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Let's go with the game, Bobs. First 5 minutes. What's going on here?
Listen, to be honest with you, okay, we knew from the starting lineup, Ronaldo wasn't playing, Cavani wasn't playing. Both individuals have their own story. I think we have to be. I'm a realist, so Man United were never going to win that game. And if you, as a Man United fan, I'd love to hear someone tell me different. Manchester City, we all know what Manchester City are going to play. We all know how they're going to kick the ball about. You always chase shadows when you play against them. And the most concerning thing was that they didn't really have to try in this fixture. I know you're saying the first 5 minutes, it was entertaining for good and bad reasons, to be honest. But I think no Man United fan can argue the fact that we shouldn't have been beat 4-1. They scored when they wanted to score. And the first half was an exciting first half. Man United actually looked like scoring when they transitioned into the counter-attack. However, you can't win games like that. Not especially against, a team like Manchester City. And the thing is, you've got to ask yourself, Manchester City's front six, Bocce, they all can score. They all can score. And I think a lot of individuals in the Man United defence, in fact, the Man United team got found out a lot. I'm sure we're going to break it down. But yeah, man, what did you think?
Yeah, bro, like you were saying with Ronaldo, Cavani, I mean, like you said, stories from day one. First they're in training, doctors saying they're not here. Then, look, let's be honest, they probably are injured, and I think it's just the whole media thing that doesn't help as well. But then at the same time, if it's true that friends and families of these players are coming out and saying no, they're not injured and not ill, what kind of message does that send? We've known from the start of the season. I say start of the season, but when just before Oli got sacked, that there was issues at the clubs, whether it's captaincy, whether it's things with Ronaldo. Does Ronaldo have to start? Someone has to bench him. Like all this sort of stuff. Even with Cavani, to me, bro, he should have went in January. If you don't want to be here, players just let him go. And it's like all these players that are here with all the talent in the world. The best ability is availability. So if you can't be here for the team, then to be honest, get gone. It's as simple as that. I mean, if you don't want to play for this club, hand in the transfer request or ask to get sold. Donny.
You've got to look at the logistics here. Cavani was never coming to Manchester United until we basically said we'll give you 250, whatever.
Yeah, but he can still. We've seen what he done last season. He can still do a job. And
No, hear me out. I'll just start from the beginning. Cavani, we saw what he can do and stuff. We remember the game he had at home. I can't remember what it was against, but he was basically saying goodbye. And then apparently Man United convinced him to stay. Now, Anthony Martial, listen, for the right or wrong reasons, he splits the fan base. However, if you're saying the players that you don't want to, that are not playing, then you look at the players that actually are playing, you've got to think to yourself, what is going on? And then you've got Lingard coming on the person that was transfer listed a year ago. And yeah, it's a circus at the end of the day, and it's not a good show.
Yeah.
Manchester United right now, for everyone that's involved, supporting or in any capacity, is basically that TV show that's not interesting. You don't want to watch it, but you do watch it because you want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know. And to dissect the first half, I think. Listen, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Would Aaron Wan-Bissaka get into the Crystal Palace team right now? Probably not. It's not a rivalry. Bocce. It's not a... Listen, my people saying on Man United, they need to be realistic now. Man United are not even a top 4 club. And people might hit at me saying, but no, let's be serious right now. Okay? It's not a rivalry with Manchester City. Do you know what a rivalry is? A rivalry is when you're going toe-to-toe, win for win. What we used to do with Chelsea and Arsenal, and when City started making the noise.
Yeah, even Liverpool back in the day, even though they are our biggest rivals, but Liverpool was what, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, hanging around them. But every time these fixtures came across, we'll cop 3. You got Dirk Kuyt scoring hat tricks and all that sort of stuff because they knew what the game meant. And this is the problem, bro. It's like this game, not one player out there shown what it was to be in a derby, to shown what it means to wear that shirt. Like a couple years ago, 2017, I went to the Manchester derby. We lost. It was the whole thing with Lukaku that game. They kind of poor defending. We gave away the 2 goals, but when you're at the game, you can see who's actually fighting for that shirt. And back then, the only 2 players, and remember, Pogba's on the field. You got Ibrahimovic on the field. The heavy duty players, These guys are on the field. And the only 2 players that actually cared was Marcus Rashford and Jesse Lingard. Fast forward to 2022, I look at Marcus Rashford and Jesse Lingard, and they've lost the fight for the club. Now, is it what's happening maybe behind closed doors or upstairs that's affecting these players? Because we've seen managers, all right, Oli wasn't good enough. Okay, he was probably never going to be the manager to win us the league or win us trophies. Yeah, and look, he left. He still won us no trophies. All right, didn't work out with all these other managers in terms of winning the league.
Yeah.
But where's the fight? Where's the passion? Where's the hunger for anything? Like what Maguire's giving me a halfway tackle on Kevin De Bruyne, and you're thinking you're doing something.
Yeah.
Like it's like, this is what I mean. What actually is it? Because I just can't wrap my head around how these type of players, like, you can't even put in a shift. Is it upstairs? Is it that...
Bocce, I think... Bocce, listen. Do you know what? I'm going to be real here, okay? Your job, you're employed to play football matches. You're not employed to be political or do anything like that. Your job is to stay fit and put yourself in contention to play football matches and then win football matches, because that is your job as a Manchester United player. Now, let's be serious, bro, okay? It doesn't matter what happens upstairs, because what happened on the training pitch and on the actual football pitch at respective grounds should be the concern. And you're not performing. As an individual, you have to perform. Coaches like yourself, effort, application, running is part of being a football player. Running, probably the most basic thing is to run in football. Forget about being on the ball. Run, application, follow your man, position awareness. Now, look, we saw what Ralph tried to do, and to be honest, he knew he was trying to limitize the damage, okay? However, if the individuals are not carrying out the instructions, what can you do? Now, there's a hint of propaganda at the club and stuff. Listen, at the end of the day, the board don't play football, okay? Regardless what's happening,
bro.
Okay,
yeah.
Listen, there's other clubs that have had worse propaganda, dubious conspiracies, and still on the pitch they carried out and playing well. Listen, when the Glazers first arrived at Manchester United, Fergie was still getting juice out of these players. People are still doing that because at the end of the day, your job was to play football. Now, the thing that's happened, the change, what's happened now is society and the generation now. And when I say that is we've got football players taking to social media saying, I'm fit, I'm not injured. Now, in any profession, that is unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. You know the script. If you are talking bad about your employer on social media, it's a potential breach of contract, potential sack. Okay? But we have multimillionaires taken to their Instagram because of their following and contradicting what's been said from the coaches. Now, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. But no, there's no but. Sorry, I emphasize the fact that your job is to play football, and you're not doing that right very well. So how dare you take to social media?
But that,
to try and combat what's been said by the club.
And this is what I've been saying, even under Ollie, where everyone. And look, rightfully so, yeah. Everyone has their opinions on Ollie, and rightfully so. I've never questioned the Ollie outers, but I've also said as well, you got to look at these players, because I even said, no matter what manager comes in, it's going to be the same players. And if they're not playing for him now, what's to say when the next guy comes in, they're not going to play for him? And the thing is as well, it's like for me, I always wanted, not always, but since. Maybe the start of last year or whatever, I wanted someone like Ralph to come in, not as the manager, as like a sporting director or someone within the club. Now, all right, he's the interim. How long has it been since Ollie has gone? Still no word of who the next manager is going to be. So I do understand the thing of the players. Like now Rashford's come out thinking about his future. Of course the players are going to be thinking about their future because they don't know who the next manager is going to be. And if that's going to... and things like that are going to affect other players around them, and like.
But Bocce, I'm gonna battle you here, debate with you. Sorry, okay. You're saying you don't know who the manager is going to be, okay? So you look at the situation two ways. Do you know what? Next 6 months, I'm gonna play out my skin so that the next manager can be like, I've seen what this guy can do, okay? Or you can, as you're saying, drop tools. He's not going to be here for 6 months. I'll go again. Now, if that is the case, get them all out. Get them out.
Yeah, but
don't play them.
That's right. And like, yeah, I don't know if you're going to battle me, but I kind of do agree. But the thing is, it's like Ralph is like, he's not playing for Ralph now, but then in 6 months when he's upstairs, what then? He's still going to be part of the decision making of who stays and goes, right? So I don't even get that. And it's like, but on the other hand, I do understand if the rumors are of someone like Ten Hag coming in, right? Does that now have to question players like Marcus Rashford, players like maybe Maguire, players like Wan-Bissaka, because with Ten Hag, he's possession-based. These players can't keep possession. Marcus Rashford gets the ball, runs like it's a Melbourne Cup, we're racing horses in a straight line, and there was one time in the game where Bruno on the right hand side, on the left hand side was free, and he's running on a different angle to the corner flag, and then he tried to make the cross. It made it even more difficult for himself to play that ball when it could have been the straight through ball. So it's things like this decision making from these players. Now, when if Ten Hag comes in, he looks at that. It's like, yeah, you're losing possession, you're out. Fred losing possession, McTominay losing possession, Maguire losing possession. Then it's another whole rebuild and that's probably why someone like these players don't want to stay. Whether maybe if someone like Poch comes in, yeah, more counter-attacking, you might see these players staying. But at the moment, because it's undecided who's coming, who's going, these players are like, oh, and I do understand the whole down. I don't understand why they're down too. I agree with you. Like I've said it so many times with the whole Pogba situation. If he wants to play himself into a deal for another club, play your best football here. And we're seeing
exactly.
I don't want to see I don't want to get into the whole Paul Pogba thing, but it's like, yeah, you do a mad skill every now and then, ping a ball, yeah, but then the guy just runs past you. But give us that whole and not just Pogba, Everyone. Look at Fred.
It's I
Wan-Bissaka
said botchy,
for one
it's
of the
about
goals.
application.
Yeah, for one of the goals, Wan-Bissaka did exactly what Rio Ferdinand did back when Owen won us that derby. He tried to chip one of the players right
Yeah.
in our half, and you didn't even what are you thinking of? And this was probably even worse. Rio did it at halfway. This guy did it outside our 18-yard box.
18
And
yards.
then they've gone on and scored. I think it might have been the second goal. And it's just like, come on, man. And it's like, all right, no worries. Delo will come in. Delo doesn't do any better. Tellers comes in for sure on the other side. Not much better. Look at for one of the goals. The first goal, Tellers is pointing to whoever, to someone to pick
Harry.
up Kevin De Bruyne. No one's listening. Then he comes in late. So what's he meant to do? Does Tellers now come in, leave the guy behind free? If the ball gets pinged to the back, it could be a goal by Mahrez. It's like, I just don't get it with this club, bro.
He's pointing. He's telling. I think it's Jadon Sancho. He's telling Jadon Sancho, but we need to.
Yeah, but bro,
it's all about application.
Where's
accountability?
Yeah, where's your two DMs? We're playing this double pivot. Where are them? Where are they? The double pivot guys. Where are they, bro? You're trying to bring Sancho in from the wings.
It's all about desire. It's all about application. Apply yourself. At the end of the day, you hear the chats. Win your individual battles. Don't get beat. If you lose the ball, get back into the shape.
Why isn't it that simple though? Yeah, but why isn't it that simple? Why isn't it? Is it because okay, Bob?
Individually, sorry.
You could say, yeah. Go on.
No, sorry, I beg your pardon. Carry on.
Now, you could say, all right, it's Manchester City and the quality they have, but then what about Watford last week? What about Burnley and then Newcastle and all these teams? And what about that Southampton? What about them? All right, you didn't do it against City, and you could give a leeway, at least show passion. If you lose to City, I don't think anyone losing to City, there's
no embarrassment losing to City, yeah, but it's how you
lose.
Okay, yeah, look. The 4-1 should have been, to be honest, if it wasn't for David De Gea, it could have been 6, 7, 8, whatever, yeah. But this is the point that you're making is about application and about caring. If they don't care, don't play them. But the thing is that I like is that Ralph Rangnick is now playing these players and say, look, okay, go ahead and play, but you're not good enough. You're not good enough to play for Man United. And look, we could talk about the DMs, we could talk about Wan-Bissaka. And too many players in that team make mistakes frequently, every football match. Okay, there's a reason why Wan-Bissaka doesn't play. Okay, there's a reason why I believe, in my opinion, if Varane was fit, Harry Maguire does not play. But that doesn't take away from the mistakes that people are making.
Yep.
Okay, it's all, even if you looked at the positioning and the shape, as soon as Jack Grealish was coming off the left-hand side centrally, no one was picking him up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, watch it. When that happens once, okay, you should be aware and astute to be like, doesn't happen again. But it kept happening again. And did you notice Kevin De Bruyne was just enjoying himself?
The best player.
Literally, he hardly touched the ball.
The best player in the league, questionable to be up there to be one of the best players in the world. Definitely in current form, you're looking at top 3, next to Salah and I don't know, maybe an Mbappe or someone like that, right? Or Benzema. Or, look, whatever. Let's give it his top goal scorer, all this sort of stuff. But look at Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best, definitely one of the best in the league, and he's got the whole park to play with. But come on, Bobs. We know even in Sunday League, you look at the other team's best player, you double up. You double up on him.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we can't do it in the Premier League.
I agree with you, right? I just think that, listen, congratulations to Manchester City. They showed again why they are ruthless, and they are showing everyone worldwide that Manchester derbies, it's not a rivalry. This is literally Man United fulfill a fixture. Man City will keep scoring goals. It's just unfortunate that, it's not unfortunate because, to be honest, this has been the making of Man United for the last 6-7 years now. It's been coming to that. Pogba's about to leave on a free twice. Tell me what club that happens again. That happens. Bocce, I just believe that Manchester United are going to take a long, long time. You can get any manager, okay? Any manager. But if these players don't want to play, it doesn't matter, you know? And football is becoming player power, okay? You cannot tell me that. You can have a bad day at the office, okay? And then the next game, you pick it up. You go back to the basics. We've got players that are trying to dribble 3-4 players. That's not their game. We've got players who can't make 5-10 yard passes. The decision making from some of these individuals is very, very poor, to the sense that even grassroots level, you know, they'd rather kick it out of the park than to try a chip. And it's frustrating to watch. However, if you're like me and yourself, you emotionally eject yourself from this club. And, you know, it is what it is. You just watch them because obviously we support them. And, you know, if we win, we win. The bigger picture, the bigger worry is that come the summer, we know who will be leaving, but we don't know who's going to be coming in. And I think the worry is, where's this club going? Now, when you look at all the clubs around Manchester United, everyone has a plan. Everyone has a structure. Everyone has a motive, you know, what they want to do. We are just fulfilling fixtures. Man United are just fulfilling fixtures. Man United are just here. They're here vibing, bro. It's just like, yeah, we're here. You know, we're Manchester United. We're no longer the Manchester United bocce. And respectfully to all the players and stuff, you know, some of them have checked out. You know, listen, Pogba's gone. Pogba's going. He's not signing a new contract. Why would he stay? Rashford is coming out. It's came out saying that he's looking at his situation at Manchester United. Play good football. Try and actually be good in your position. They've not developed. Some of these players have not developed.
Yeah, but is that the fault of the player, or is that fault of the how the club is run?
It's both. Because what do we laud Messi and Ronaldo? Their application, their drive and their hunger to do well. Listen, we all know the stories about Ronaldo was in the gym, pointing at Ryan Giggs, saying to the coach, "I want to be as good as him. I want to outlast him." Okay, if you want to be better, you're going to be better. Come on, for goodness sake. This is a team where the players were moaning about training in the evening. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Look at
5
that.
p.m. Bobs.
Where's the mentality at?
They don't want to drive home in the dark, Bobs. They don't want to drive home. The street lights are on. Time to go home.
Yeah. And, like, you've got part-time footballers, you know, after they've worked for their livelihood, whatever they do respectively, come home, eat, whatever, see their family, go back out to train, sometimes between 7 and 9, half 7, half 9. You know the script, twice a week. Now, these are multi-millionaires, and they're saying we don't want to do that. And when it comes to that, what can you do?
Yeah. Bro, like, I don't even know where this, like you said, with the whole structure of or the plan in terms of where, you know, the clubs around us and what we're doing. I mean, I can see in terms of what we're doing on the field, I can see that, and I've noticed that Ralph has, you know, besides this game now, we're conceding less chances and we're creating more chances. And now, like you said, was it last week? Like you said last week, it's up to the players now. Once you cross the white line, it's up to the players now to get the job done. And we had how many chances against Watford to score? You're not finishing your food. How many chances against Middlesbrough in the cup? You don't want to finish open goals. You know, Bruno open goals and all this type of stuff. You don't want to finish your chances off, and this is what's going to happen. And then you just want to come out moaning and apologizing on social media and all that type of stuff. And then a couple of days later, we're doing these ones and holding the ball and the hashtag winning team at training. Bro, win a game first. Win your individual battles first. Like I said for you from the start, everyone signs for Manchester United. What's the one thing they say? I'm here to win trophies. The fans deserve trophies. Well, how about you go and fucking do it? How many times have I said this to you? We're here. Bruno's here to win trophies. Pogba, he came back for what? A Europa League and a Carabao Cup. That's what you came back for. You came here to win the league. All these players come. Listen. Sancho, all these players here to win trophies. You can't, bro. First round of the cup, you're getting knocked out.
For me, yeah. Okay. For me, yeah, is this. at the end of the day, we all know the sign-in line. You've just arrived at Manchester United field. Yeah, great fan base, historical club. I'm proud to put on the jersey. And they'll say, I'm here to win trophies. Listen, every Tom, Dick, and Mohammed say that, okay? If they believe it, good luck to them, okay? You are trying to compete in a league now where Thomas Tuchel, Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, are just being ruthless in football matches, are trying to be, create history, create dynasties at their clubs respectively. Look at this, mate. In those three managers, they've won the Champions League, okay? Within the last how many years? Okay, Pep, whatever. Pep is monopolising English football, okay? So when you tell me you're here to win trophies for Man United, I'd rather you didn't even say that. I'd rather you just said, I'm here to compete.
I'm here to compete. Yeah, I'm here to win my matches in training, and that's about it. At least don't lie. Like, the thing is, if you're, I don't mind. Like, I don't think. Look, no one wants to lose, but we don't mind if we do lose a final. We get to a cup final, we lose, but we gave it our all. Do you know what I mean? But these players, they don't, bro. They don't. And and this is what I'm saying. Is it does something upstairs affect these players? Because if I'm looking at other clubs around us, I'm looking at the Manchester City owners, and I don't know how much they knew about football coming into this, but they hired all the people around it to make sure the football on the pitch and off the pitch, in terms of the academy, the infrastructure, the training facilities, everything is top notch. Same. You can say maybe not so much with Liverpool, but they brought a manager in who kind of they gave him time. The first couple of seasons weren't the best. They didn't go hard out and sack him. They believed in the project, gave him a bit of money. I don't think a lot, but Klopp did what he did, right? But then you have even Newcastle. Is it a coincidence that Newcastle have sold? Mike Ashley has gone. These guys have come in, and all of a sudden, these guys are playing Barcelona type football. And winning games.
I think we talk about, they always talk about hunger and desire, blah, 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 and so on. I'm not even going to say that. We need to look at the mentality of Newcastle. The players in Newcastle know it's a privilege to play in the Premier League. Okay, they understand the terms, and they understand the responsibility and the due diligence and the duty they have to play for Newcastle, to play attacking football, to compete. They understand the basics, what it is to play for that club. Now, that's Newcastle. We've got people like Joe Linton reinventing themselves. We've got Dan Burn. We've got Matty Target. We've got bloody Kieran Trippier, right? All doing that for Newcastle because they understand it.
Yeah.
Now, come over to Manchester United. Listen, do you know where it is? This is how it sums it up, okay? Man United have spent over $1 billion. They went into a Manchester derby starting Anthony Alanga. Okay, that's how I'm going to sum up. And that's how I'm going to conclude on this. They have spent all that money, and they went into a Manchester derby away to Manchester City with Anthony Alanga. No disrespect to the player, you have spent all that money, and that's who you are going into to start on for you on the pitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Case closed. It is what it is. But
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like I just look at Newcastle and all these clubs with decent owners that all of a sudden, like you saw, I don't know if it was this week's game or last week's game, that one of the stands at Newcastle rocking flags, everything just going off, where it wasn't like that. And that energy from the fans feeds into the players. And they always say the 12th man, and we've seen that. Chelsea, look at Abramovich, right? Look at all the tweets after the last couple of days that he's looking to sell the club and whatnot, and everyone's coming out, best owner. Well, yeah, because he's won them in the last decade. Chelsea have been the most successful team in England.
Not even a decade, 2 decades, 20 years. They're the most. Listen,
yeah, and Chelsea... why? But why is that, Bobs? Is it yes, they have the players. They've gone through managers year after year. They've gone through managers, so it's like, we can't even talk. We can't even say, oh, they need time to adapt. No, new managers come in, bang, first season. They've got, if not first season, bang, second season. They're winning trophies, winning the league, you know. And like, so does this trickle down to the owners of our club getting it wrong year after year with the players? Because you look at,
of course, you got to look at recruitment. You got to look at recruitment.
Yeah, because they've got it wrong. Like, how can things be coming out? Was it Charlie? Is it Charlie Austin that played at Southampton? If I'm not mistaken, he's come out. I remember last year or the year before saying that when United were in for a defender. This is when Mourinho was there. They were looking at Van Dijk, Virgil van Dijk, and they went with Lindelof. Whose idea was that? Should be sacked. Mourinho wanted Maguire. They were offering 50, didn't get him, but paid 80 the next year. Who sanctioned the swap between Mkhitaryan and Alexis Sanchez and put him on mega wages? These are the things, and it's like, it's, and I don't know when it's going to end. I don't know if it needs to be a board, you know, owner change that's going to fix this up, because at the moment I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. When you have teams like Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, who we bantered every year, we bantered them at the start of the year, 3 games, 0 points, 0 goals, whatever it might have been, but they're now three games in hand,
in hand, right?
Oh, they could be third.
No, not even that. Listen, I'm looking at right now.
We're winning the league.
48.
Are they winning the league?
2 games. They've got 2 games in hand on Liverpool, right? Sorry, they've got a game in hand on Chelsea, and if they play, they're right now they're 5 points behind Chelsea. Chelsea are in third. They win their next game, they're 2 points behind Chelsea in third. You know, football, mate, football.
Bloody hell! Listen, like Fergie said,
rip it all up and start again. But you know, Manchester United, listen, they'll probably win the Champions League.
It's going to be our only hope for Champions League next. It's going to be our only hope, bro. It's going to be our only hope. Unless
listen, I'm not saying they're going to.
We might have to sign up for the Super Cup or something, bro, to get this revenue.
Listen.
Yeah, bro. Look, our club at the moment is shambolic. But bro, Manchester City, I mean, it's weird. The last couple of weeks they kind of struggled to get a few victories. Lost the Spurs in an easy 3-pointer here against United, bro. It's standard for them. Yeah, look, but do you think they can go on, Bobs, now? Are they? Do you reckon they can go on? Or is there going to be... I know Liverpool with a game in hand brings that back to 3 points if they win that. Is Liverpool catching them?
Look, I'll be honest with you, there's 10 games now left. And I haven't looked at their fixtures or anything. But respectively, you know, I don't see Man City making a hiccup in anything. I think they're in the finish line. They're nearly at the finish line. You know, respectively, Liverpool are probably got one eye on Champions League as well, like Man City. But I think Man City go anywhere in the league and beat teams. And the Tottenham was a blip. You know, as we've seen with Tottenham, they've went and lost, drew, and then they won again. They beat an Everton team, but come on, Everton are poor anyway. Yeah. But listen, you've got to beat what's in front of you, so no disrespect to them. However, regarding City, I think it's theirs, man. It's theirs to lose. You know,
to top it off as well, boss. To top it off, you got City that's on a treble, and you got Liverpool that's on a quad. So
listen, mate.
Listen,
football has what's the word? Yeah, every football club has a dynasty and a domination period. Man City have been dominating domestically. Liverpool had a nice little period after a very, very long time. Chelsea always win something. You know, that I love the mentality of that club. They will win something. There will always be a trophy. They don't win it this season, they're going to win it next season. And Man United, you know, you've went from Van Gaal to Jose, then you went to Ole, who out of those two is less experienced, but you gave Ole the most money. You've went with Ralph Rangnick. Do you know what? This is the last thing I'm going to say before I go watch it. Only Man United can hire someone and say, take the team for the next 6 months, but when you finish with that, we want you to be in the board. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
Unheard of. So then you've got to ask yourself, if this guy already knows he's going to be here for the next 2 years in a different position, why does he put his all into this job?
That's right, yeah.
So,
That's right.
like we talk with the players, but you need to ask the manager. And the manager, and if you think about it, if the players are having a tantrum, all right, no problem, mate. I'm only here for a couple more months.
Yeah.
Do you
When
know,
I go
good luck
upstairs,
to
you're
you when
gone.
I'm upstairs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Bobs, this week we got Tottenham. I think, Tottenham at home. Quick prediction.
Yeah,
Is it at home? Yeah, we are at
half-time
home. Yeah, quick prediction, bro. Quick prediction. The bounce back FC, bro. Bounce back FC.
Yeah, I think Man United beat Tottenham 2-1.
Yeah, all right. Cool story. I'm gonna go with 1-0. I'll go with 1-0. I just don't got any hope for these guys anymore, bro. They're straight out. But yeah, look, Bobs, it is what it is. Another loss, another Manchester derby defeat, another heavy defeat, another demolition derby
Jesus
on the
wept,
cards.
mate. Jesus wept.
And I worry for our club, bro. I really do. The other day I was actually watching the Sir Alex Ferguson documentary, and do you know what I mean? It touched a lot of nerves there. Touched a lot of the eye started watering up a little bit, and I worry, bro, because life's too short. Yeah, life's too short, and I don't think. I think everything that he's built, all these players have just pull it back down to ruins, and I'm worried that he will never see a Premier League title again be lifted at Old Trafford.
It's Bocce. I've told you, right? It's all about. Okay, I'm telling you this right now, Bocce. Okay, look, it's all about application, respect. At the end of the day, as soon as Fergie left, they went and got social media. They went a different way. It was more about money instead of trophies. We can make this amount of money. Edward Rodwell, we can do this. We can get commercial deals. Yeah, make all the money you want, but fans aren't here to say, but we're the richest club. We want, trophies. We want to boast them, but that's what we want to be the best team around. And other clubs have caught up and overtaken. It is what it is. And it makes you think, two things I'll say because I need to go. Fergie squeezed the last bit of juice out of that team before he won the league title. And Jose Mourinho was right when he said that was his best ever accomplishment with that team.
Yep. There it is. Bobs. Thanks for joining me, man. It's been a pleasure again, man. It's been a while since I've had you on.
Pleasure to be on, man.
I have to book you in nowadays. You know how it is. I have to book you in. But let the guys know where they can find you, and if you got any upcoming projects or uploads, where can they find you on your stuff?
Listen, that is my Twitter handle and that is my Instagram handle. Please follow. You'll see interviews with managers, football players, and content with Bocce in the football capital.
There you go, guys. And like always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave all your comments down below. Let us know what you think about the derby. I know it's been a bit of a late one. We needed to sort of needed to take a bit of time off from this defeat, and then we release a video for you guys like always. Like I said, Bobs, thanks for jumping on. Everyone, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.